Hey, what up, everybody? Steve Breach coming to you. I am on my webcam. For the one reason was I didn't know how long this video was going to be, and I didn't want to sit here and hold my iPhone for that's bugging the crap out of me. I feel like if I have my thing like that, you guys are gonna think that I'm spying on the neighbors on what's going on up there every time you hear a noise. But probably why it was like that. But basically, I didn't want to hold my iPhone the whole time because I didn't know how long I'd be talking. I was breezing through YouTube, and I came across my good buddy FREAKINYAya88 a day ago. Put up a video, and I didn't see it because my subscription box on YouTube doesn't work. Although I don't like the way they do the subscriptions anymore. The one thing I do like is when you go and you sign into YouTube for the day. The first thing it does is it brings up, like, in case you missed it, is the best way I can describe it, like, the best videos of yesterday. It's actually called What to Watch, now that I look at it. But I think that was a pretty cool thing, and you get to see if you missed something that was uploaded yesterday from, somebody who gets views. It's like your second chance to catch up on it, because I like to subscribe to a lot of people so I can watch wrestling videos and other various things. But basically, I started to watch his 2012 end of the year awards, and then after a few minutes, maybe 2 minutes into it, I said that would be cool to make a video response, but I don't want to make the same video again. So I turned his off, and I'm going to use what's in his description box and give away the patented Stevie Breach Awards of 2012. Honestly, I'm making this video because I have nothing else to make a video about, and I apologize, and hopefully this will keep somebody entertained for a minute or two. But if I was to do year-end awards, I would sort of treat the year ending with WrestleMania time. That way, and give the awards out maybe, right after WrestleMania. That could be like your World Series, and then you give out your awards after that. That way you sort of have that big playoff push at the end, even though I guess with sports analogy, they don't count playoffs into the awards, but that's how I would do it. That way you get, one full season instead of looking at it like this. And a lot of awards probably will go to WrestleMania time. And was that a fly? I've already made that video where a fly attacked me. But anyways, no, that's just me. But anyways, let's see. He started off, this first award was presented for Female of the Year. Female of the Year, honestly, in my opinion, is going to be given, it might be more of a goodbye award, because a lot of people have said, she's gone for a good time and she's not coming back. I think, honestly, the best diva that was on the roster for this past year that made Divas Wrestling believable was Beth Phoenix. I think if you look over this year, I don't think it was her best year overall. I'm sure she had the Divas Championship for some time. But now that she's gone, there's not a real wrestler on the roster that I really look at that says, this girl's gonna kick some shit, and I make sure I want to see it. Eve is probably the most over wrestler, but when I look at Eve, I think of her two cans, and I don't really think of her wrestling ability. Even when she's in the ring, I'm just like, maybe that top's gonna fall off. This award almost went to Gail Kim over in TNA. I think that she's really getting to show her talents. But now that I think about it, I haven't seen Gail Kim on TNA in a good while. Another name might have been Miss Tessmacher if she had a little bit better skills, but she is vastly improving. Maybe she'll be up for Most Improved. Oh, the next award is Most Improved. This is awarded to not Brooke Tessmacher. Most Improved. I'm going to give this award to... Damn, I was going to say Ryback, but he hasn't... I don't really know what to improve him on. The last time we saw him, he was in Nexus, where he got hurt, and then he was gone for 2 years. And I can't say that he's really improved, because he made his debut around this, so maybe he'd be like Rookie of the Year, which I think he won at the Slammies. Most improved. Maybe I should have done some homework before I did this one. The most improved, I think I'm going to have to come back to that one. Best DVD release of the year, I'm going to give to the CM Punk DVD. I think everybody in the world owns that. If not, they're asking for it for Christmas. Or you just don't like wrestling. CM Punk sort of took over for WWE, their DVD department, and basically said, I'm not going to let you make some crap DVD on me and push it out there like, you know, it's the best thing in the world. I'm not going to let you put out something that I'm not going to be able to stand behind. Two DVDs that sort of let me down that were superstar releases was the John Cena Experience. I understand why that video was put out, and that sort of let me down. I know it wasn't supposed to be looked at as like a documentary about his career, as as to like a documentary about what he does for WWE, but it wasn't my favorite. The Randy Orton documentary to me was sort of a little bit of a letdown as well, where they tried to mix in a career documentary with a day in the life of Randy Orton. I just would have done the more complete My Life documentary, and took out the whole day-to-day operations of Randy Orton leading up to WrestleMania 26. 26 in Atlanta. That was just me. But CM Punk really went in there. The matches on there were phenomenal. There were a lot of good DVD releases that came out this year. I'm looking at my shelf. I think I'm going to be able to pick out which ones came out this year. There's too fucking many. But CM Punk was easily the runaway release. Most disappointing match of the year is basically, I honestly have to go with any TNA main event on a pay-per-view. I can't think of anything that was really blown away from TNA this year. They're not going to win promotion of the year, but I can't think of anything that I was really hyped for that didn't really pan out. At the end, I think a lot of like especially WWE main events that I really wasn't thinking were going to be that all-out spectacular. Most of them over-delivered. Most overrated wrestler of the year, in my opinion, is going to have to be Damien Sandow. I think everybody loves this guy. I think everybody has him as one of the best wrestlers out there, as being very entertaining and very good in the ring. I honestly don't see what the hell anybody really sees in this guy. He's not really that spectacular to me. He's disappointing to me, so I don't really have anything to really put him over by. But some people really like this guy, and some people, you know, hate him. There's no real middle ground. Disappointing, and might also be Brodus Clay. You know, he had the thing where he was gonna have that big comeback, and everybody thought the Brodus Clay heel character was going to come out, and everybody loved him coming out as the dancer, and that sort of grew old real quick. WrestleMania, he got a real quick splash in the pan, where everybody loved him again, and then it just went away, and now he's jobbing matches out left and right. From there we go to the most underrated wrestler. This would easily have to go to Dolph Ziggler, a guy that you know, has been doing what he does for a good matter of time, and, you know, being held down in that U.S. Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, for a good while. But he was able to break out this year, win the Money in the Bank, and he's been holding that for a while. He just, you know, highlighted the pay-per-view where he was the winner, even though he wasn't really highlighted as the winner, as more of a look at AJ, look at John Cena, and he's the afterthought. But, you know, he still closed out a main event, so I don't think you can give the award to him. Ziggler, I steal that from you. Most underrated wrestler would probably have to go, who's somebody who just hasn't seen? Tyson Kidd is a guy that, you know, WWE throws out there and uses sporadically. You know, he got a spot in the Money in the Bank this year, and they keep trying to tie him into tag team wrestling, you know, teaming him with Justin Gabriel, so on and so forth. I think this guy has a lot of talent. He needs to break free and run with. You know, he was a tag team guy, and it worked for a while with the Hart Dynasty. But if he's not going to have, you know, the Hearts to revolve around, you can't just pair him up with some other singles wrestler. and let it go. So Tyson Kidd, you are my most underrated wrestler. Hope you appreciate that award and find some push in the year. Feud of the year honestly has to go to the ongoing feud of John Cena against CM Punk. The best thing that happened last year was the the main event push of CM Punk and him hating John Cena and stealing the title at Money in the Bank and beating him at SummerSlam and even though CM Punk went babyface, they kept this thing as he is a good guy, but him and John Cena don't see eye to eye. It's not like you normally see two guys that hate each other and they become good guys. And next thing you know, they're tag teaming on Monday Night Raw, saying like, "Oh, you're the best, buddy." We didn't see that. They were able to show, that little shade of gray in both these guys, that they don't like each other and they don't trust each other, and both of them think that they're better than the other guy. And even though we didn't get a real singles push for these guys until Night of Champions, I believe was the first time they were in the ring, and then we were supposed to get them again at Hell in the Cell. They had the three-way at Survivor Series. This it's like an ongoing rivalry in sports. This isn't gonna die no matter how many matches they have, whether they're both good guys or whether they're both bad guys. It's not gonna be good for these guys. Babyface of the year does not go to CM Punk. You suck and you bore me. It helped you out become one hell of a heel pretty fast for you, though, at the same time, by turning on all these kids. Babyface of the year. Come on. It can't be Triple H. You sure did try, and everybody booed you out of the building at the Staples Arena after you tapped out to Brock Lesnar. I didn't understand what you were trying to do, trying to make yourself a big babyface, but that didn't work. Everybody pretty much wanted you to get out of the ring as fast as you could. I don't really have a babyface of the year. Nobody really comes to mind for that one either. My mark-out moment of the year is going to have to be the moment when Triple H and Undertaker was made into a Hell in a Cell match. I think that was a mark-out moment for a lot of people because, it was the one time in a long time that you couldn't look at a calendar and see that the Hell in a Cell was coming. It was dropped on you as a surprise, and it made you like, oh my god, this streak could actually end. And it made me think that WrestleMania was going to be one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time. I remember that promo like it was tomorrow, or like it was yesterday, I guess you can say. And all that was awesome. Promotion of the year is going to have to be WWE. ROH is dying. PWG gets a lot of fan base. And for the indie people saying it's the best indie alive, but it's still an indie. And when you got a handful of people watching it, and you have to buy the DVDs, and there's no TV, and this, that, and the other, I really don't think it can be promotion of the year. I understand why some people might think it. I would honestly say that if I could do anything in the world of wrestling, it would be attend a PWG show as soon as possible. I just don't see myself, driving down to Reseda, California, and seeing that show and coming back like I am like with other shows. Tag team of the year has to be none other than the Primetime Players, baby. Yeah, millions and millions of dollars. I think they're one of the only real tag teams out there, and even though they haven't seen the tag team titles yet, I'm sure they will. These guys are gold, and Kobe Bryant screwed them over of winning the titles at least 2 or 3 times by now. Best on the mic, hate the guy, but it's CM Punk. I think that's pretty easy. Heel of the year, fuck. I don't hate anybody like I do CM Punk. Heel of the year. You wrecked my SummerSlam experience. Thanks a lot, buddy. Show of the year. Have to be WrestleMania by far. You got Triple H and Taker and Hell in the Cell. You got Rock versus Cena. I don't think anything can touch that. I know it's Mania and it's hard, for anything else to beat it, but it is what it is. Promo of the year. If everybody remembers the Monday Night Raw where Jerry the King Lawler had his heart attack and collapsed, I believe that was the lead up to Night of Champions. At the very end of the show, when basically nobody was caring and everybody was watching just to see, what the update was on Jerry Lawler, CM Punk and John Cena went out and they delivered one hell of a promo where they made you forget about Lawler for about 30 seconds, And remember, you have to order the show on Sunday because this is the go-home show, and you couldn't really just go out with nothing out there because they really hadn't sold the pay-per-view. And I think in a matter of seconds, a lot of people went out and they wanted to buy that show. They traded insults back and forth. They cut deep. I think they knew that they had to. Because nobody really cared about them being in the ring at that point. They might as well have been Santino Marella and Hornswoggle out there because everybody was caring about Jerry and where he was on the way to the hospital, and that's it. Next is I'm at 5% and I need to get my I don't have the battery charger, so I gotta go fast. What the fuck? Oh, match of the year, Rock vs. Cena. Can't beat that. Really want to give it to Taker versus Triple H. Hell in the Cell, but I think that with all those eyes and everybody buying the pay-per-view just for that, I think if you would have had a headlined Taker versus Triple H in the Hell in the Cell, I think it would have been a damn good match. But I don't think you would have had the buys that you had for WrestleMania. Wrestler of the Year, not James Storm. Love to give it to that guy, but God, TNA screwed him over big time. Should have been if he would have won at fucking Lockdown. Good God, that guy be so fucking over. Wrestler of the Year, CM Punk. He's had the title for 365 days, well over a year. I just, there's no way to top that. I mean, that's the best. To be on top that long, even if you aren't main event shows, to have a title that long. WWE, they get bored with guys so fast, and then you get a bad rating. They figure they can spike it with a title change, and he's been able to keep it. I think he's one of the best there is. I personally don't like the guy, but Wrestler of the Year. Congratulations, CM Punk. Wrestler to look out for in 2013. I think everybody in the world is going to give this to Cody Rhodes. I can see it in the comments that most people are commenting on Yaya's video about. I think he's going to have a great year. But honestly, Cody Rhodes is the guy that got put into that tag team with Drew McIntyre for a while, and then they let him break free again, and he had the Intercontinental title for almost a long damn time. I want to say it was about a year, but I don't think it was really that long. He won it at SummerSlam and he lost it at WrestleMania, however long that is, however many months, 8 months or so. And now he's back in another tag team again with Damian Sandow. So I'm not really sure how he's going to break free and get that title run, but I'm going to give it to Antonio Cesaro, who's having a great United States title run right now. And everything I read is that everybody loves this guy. He was in developmental, but he wasn't in that developmental that long, so you can tell that they like his style. And a guy that big has to get pushed, has to get noticed. I think a lot of people might give this to the two dudes that are in the Shield, but it's hard to judge. What's going to happen with Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. For the one factor of, if you remember back to the Spirit Squad, I don't think anybody's going to be watching into this card, but if I say anything smart in the whole video, is basically everybody loved Kenny. They said he was the future main eventer of the WWE. He main evented a lot of house shows against Triple H, and everybody said Kenny Dykstra was a can't-miss prospect. The guy's doing shit right now, talking crap about John Cena on Twitter. So you never know what's going to happen with guys. Cesaro looks like he can't miss in the upcoming year, and I would love to see Ambrose and Rollins get pushed, but you never know what's going to happen, especially with new guys. It's going to be fun. We'll see. Maybe I'll do this again after WrestleMania, and I'll do some thinking into it, but I hope everybody that got into the video this long got some entertainment. Thank you very much. Love me some wrestling. Check out Man on Fire 310. Check out his good old unboxing. It made my day. Peace out.